Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Minecraft. Yep, for the first time, at least on the channel, I am actually going to be playing Minecraft for you guys. Now, this is Minecraft 1.8, a mod pack called Miseric's World? I'm going to assume that's what it's called. Going up in the little corner here. That fun thing. It's a fun little pack. It's really good. I say little, it has a ton of mods in it actually, and I've patched in 2 of my own. So we're going to explore some of those mods. Just for the record, the mods I've added in are World Edit, which I'm going to demonstrate in a minute or two, and Item Physics, which does this. Instead of the normal dropping graphic, when you drop something you actually throw it onto the floor and it sits normally, except for the little jiggling sometimes, on the floor, like it would anytime. And it turns out dynamic lighting, one of the other background mods in this mod pack, works even if the torch is thrown down onto the ground, or the light source in general. Now, what dynamic lighting allows you to do is to, when you have a torch or other light-making device like the glowstone over there in your hand, you can walk around and a patch of light will follow you, like it normally would with a torch. But for some reason, in vanilla Minecraft, vanilla meaning Minecraft without any mods added to it, it doesn't do that, and I'm not sure why. You would think it's a feature they would have added. Just, anyway. This is a random building I built using World Edit. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it, but we'll figure that out. Right off the bat, what I'm hoping to do with this series is one very simple thing. Over the process of a couple of episodes, and if you guys like it, we can maybe extend it even further, I'm going to do some builds. Oh, that's right, this mod pack has smart moving too, which affects the way you move around. I don't like the mod very much. I'll be taking it out before the next video. But it affects the way you fly, meaning you have to point with your mouse cursor to go up and down, which can be a little bit annoying. This mod that you are seeing right here, meaning all of this and the inventory slots, this is a mod called Not Enough Items, which gives you, well, depending on the mode you use, I'm in cheat mode right now, that's what it's called, it gives you a list of all of the blocks in Minecraft, including all of the blocks that you've added in via mods, and makes it so that you can use those, like you can get those blocks just by clicking on it. Now if you left click, it'll give you a stack of 64 of those blocks. If you right click, it'll give you just one. Useful feature. So what I want to do is to start building a lab. For some reason, for a little while now, I've had this bizarre, just own it as being bizarre, desire to have a lab built that goes by my player name, Gaberium, or my Minecraft name, Goofed. So, like, Goofed Labs or GaberiumLabs. If you would like, comment down below and tell me what you think of either of those names, which one you prefer. And let's jump right into this build. So, what we are going to do, there we go, is use World Edit to start building this lab, and these are the blocks we're going to use to do it. Excuse me while I get rid of something. We are going to, as I misspell quartz down below, we are going to use quartz, sea lanterns, which for those who don't know are one of the many ways of creating illumination added in 1.8 For some reason, these don't work for dynamic lighting. Not entirely sure what that is. We'll be using sea lanterns, hay bales, because why not? They're fun. Mostly for the floors, I suspect. Quartz, namely because I like the color. Some iron. Exterior walls, I would think mostly. Barrier blocks, and what these do are, these create an invisible block in a random space, so if you are holding the block, you can see that red, I guess it's a circle with a line through it, but if not, it looks just like solid air, and this block can't be broken, except in creative mode. So it's a very effective way of creating transparent glass, for example. Properly transparent instead of like this stuff, which is glass, don't get me wrong, but it's got the little, I guess they're meant to be representations of like the light dancing across the pane. I'm honestly not even sure. But this way you can have the same effect without the inconvenience, shall we say. And then the two final blocks, slime blocks, which are lovely because they slow you down if you walk on them normally, but if you fall onto them, they can be very bouncy. Unless you hit the sides of them, apparently. And then glowstone. And this does work with dynamic lighting, too. I think a lava bucket works as well. Look at that in a sec. Glowstone, for some more lighting. We'll see which we prefer. Alright. Let's get down to business, shall we? First off, set the time to dawn, so we've got some proper light. And so let's do this. The way I usually start off a build is with, well, first of course by going far, far away. There we go, right at the edge of my render distance. And by mapping out a floor plan, I guess, for lack of a better word. And what I'm going to use to do that is a torch. And I'm going to set these up at 5 block intervals to mark off the area, like the length on the outside and the width of the rooms I want to create. So first, let's make an entrance hall. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. 2, 3, 4, 5. 15. And then I'm going to make it 1, 2, 3 wide. So the actual walls will go on the outside where these torches are, and you'll see how that works in a second. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Excellent. Alright, and now it is time to explain what this wooden axe is for. This is the integral instrument for all of World Edit. This axe can no longer actually break blocks, but if you left click, it sets that first position to the relevant coordinates, and left click sets the first position, right click sets the second one, and then if you go into the chat and type //set, and then the block ID of the block you want to use, in this case, let's go with the quartz here, 155. Then the area you've just marked off will suddenly become quartz, just like that. And now what I'm going to do on top of this is, build up a ways. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, let's stick to 5. And then set the first position. Jesus, that's annoying. I'm going to have to take that out. Up here. And then second position here, if it'll let me. This is a bit of a bug. It sometimes does this, where it won't actually let you set second position on certain blocks for some reason. I'm not entirely clear why it does that. And then we'll do set / set 155. And we have a wall. Super fast. Way faster than it would have been if I had had to construct that manually. And now I'm going to do a similar thing right over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pardon me. Set position 1. And then set position 2. / set 155. And we have our second wall. Now, in the interests of time, what I'm going to do here is create walls on both sides and then just knock a hole in one of them for the door. Simpler that way. So I'm going to fly up to the top here, set second position there, and first position down on the ground, / set 155. Boing. Now, I don't know how to do a ton of stuff with World Edit. I may have said that already, and if I did, forgive me. But this is, I think, one of my favorite parts, because building in Minecraft has always been... Building and mining are my two favorite things to do in Minecraft. And for whatever reason, one of the funnest things for me is making huge structures. And this makes it incredibly easy for me to do that, which I love so much. Alright, so this is going to be the door into the rest of the facility right now, so I'm going to close that off with barrier blocks, move that into my second slot for a hot sec. Wait. There we go. Wait. There we go. Jesus. Okay. So now, as you can see, I can't walk through that. If I was in survival, I wouldn't be able to break that, but if I hold a barrier block in my hand, I'll be able to see that it's there. Alright, so with that in mind, we're going to leave the doors off for right now until we've made done some more construction. So barriers are 166, and I usually like to do glass roofs for my buildings, but in this case I'm going to do barrier blocks. And I'm going to set second position there, / set 166. This will also happen occasionally. I have a suspicion that it's part of the way I'm using the mod, or the way I'm setting the locations rather, that it does that, but it'll take away part of the edges of both of the other walls and substitute it with the block that I've just placed down. But now we have an entirely clear roof. And as you can see, these are all barrier blocks, which interestingly rotate to where you can see them. Wonder what happens. Interesting. I honestly wasn't sure if that would still be visible. Alright, let's pop up top. And start making another room. Oh, before we do that, actually, let's edit the floor in here. 1 and 2. And I think we shall go with... Let's go with sea lanterns for the floor, at least in this entryway. Now, something I have to test out, actually, I'm not sure. Certain blocks like glowstone you can't actually put anything on top of, which would be a bit of an obstacle for later parts of this build when it comes time to decorate. But with sea lantern, and I'll test this in a minute, once I've changed the floor, I should be able to put stuff on top of it. And if that's true, then I'll make that the floor for most of the rooms, if not all of them. Because that way we have a regular source of illumination for the entire building. Alright, sea lanterns 169 / set 169. There we go. Nice and shiny. So now let's test that theory, shall we? Let's get a bed. And plunk it down. You can't place anything on these blocks. Interesting. Okie doke. So I think from here on out the floor will most likely just be iron. Or slime, I guess, potentially. For right now, though, we're going to pop that up there so that it's safe, and we can use it if we want to, but we don't have to. Just for the hell of it, for shits and giggles, as I like to say. I'm going to put down some slime blocks, which have a really gross sound effect. And you can put a bed on top of that. Interesting. Ew. Let's put a bed up there. Alright. And eventually there will be a sign up here as well that will say Goofed Labs or Geberium's Imperium or something. Just made that up on the spot. For now, however, let's make 2 more rooms, shall we? I'm going to make these a little bit larger than this one. Let's go with 9 by 13. No, it should be in round 5. 9 by 10. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm placing the torches down out here so that the actual wall will be in this row. Just using these as a guideline. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, just to delineate which is a 5 marker and which is just a 1 marker, redstone torches will mark the places where I'm only marking off an extra spot, and redstone, I'm looking for a sign so I can write myself a note for this. Normal torches will be every 5 blocks. Redstone torches will be every 1 block. Alright. Every 5 blocks. One of these bad boys. Oh, I need to edit that, don't I? 1 block. Block. Intervals. Which will make more sense instead of every 5 blocks. Block intervals. There we go. Handy dandy reminder there. Alright. Now, so this is 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm going to go with 9 by 15, I think. Is that 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay. So 15 is actually here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep, okay. And then, so the actual wall will go in here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1. Yeah, excellent. Alright. So what I'm going to do here, it's going to be 15 off to one side. It's not going to be perfectly sized, unfortunately. But what I will do instead is put an additional hallway in here with doors leading into each of these rooms separately. Beginning to think I may have misjudged this slightly. Alright. Then 1, 1, no, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Did I do that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should... Oh, that's interesting. Does that mean... That means I miscalculated over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's correct. So where did I slip up? 1, 2, 3... Whoops, hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5 again, yeah. Alright, this is awkward. That lead right into the void there. That's another, what, 3? 1, 2, 3. It's going to be roughly 18 blocks to each side. Makes me a little unhappy. Oh well, not terrible. So, let's do that as a marker. Alright, now I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. It should be 5, standard height. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, okay. Yeah, excellent. 1. And then, is that on the line? Yeah, it is. Okay, good. 2. 155. I had already forgotten. / set. 155. And we have a first wall. Yes. And then the roof for all of these rooms. Oh boy, that's going to be very narrow. Oh well, we'll build bigger rooms later. The ceilings for all of these rooms will be 9 high. Or, sorry, will be barrier blocks. Like the ceiling in the entrance hall over there is. Alright. Position 1. Position... Nope, I set that a little too far. Position 2. / set. 155. Wink. Excellent. And I will have to clean up those torches around the edge, but that's fine. Do that later. Now, are you going to let me... You're going to be a good boy, let me do this? Thank you. Quick fix. Second position. / set. 155. Here we go. Does sometimes take a second or two to load in. And I have goofed up and made this wall thicker than I meant for it to be. So I'm going to quickly clean that up. And this is... I'm sure there's a way to clear the blocks using World Edit, and I'll look that up before the next video. But sometimes Occam's razor, meaning the simplest answer is usually the right one, applies more to that. Meaning, I am in creative mode. I can just one hit break these. So why not do it? There we go. And this can be easily cleaned up. I'll just convert the floor into something else I can use. And now, instead of making this wall quartz, I'm going to add in another type of, another material for this, and that's going to be glass. First, let me look something up. Okay, some mod packs have a different type of glass that lends itself, that's like normal glass, but without the little bits in it. So I'm going to use white stained glass continue the motif. The code for that is 95, if I remember correctly. Yes, okay. Excellent. Now, position 1. Thank you. And position 2. Probably better be on this side of the wall. Set 95. Wink. Oh, that turned the grass under it into... Pardon me for a sec while I fix this. Oh. I am presumably misusing the mod slightly, which is why it keeps doing that. It seems to only do this with glass, but it's something to be aware of. And this is as much a learning process for me, probably more, actually, for me than it is for you guys. Because I'm not super good with Minecraft commands in general, and I'm just learning how to use this mod as I'm making these videos. Make the experience a little more exciting. So, let's see, where is the center of this wall? Is that it? Is that it? Let's say this is it. And this is where the door will go. That looks fine. Yeah, it's more or less center. Alright, let's do the roof on this quickly. As I again look up with barrier 166, good to know. First position. Instead of flying around, that mod really bothers me. I'm going to do / set 166. Took off the top layer again. God, that's annoying. I'm gonna have to figure out why it does that. Probably because of where I'm placing the second position. That would make sense. The one way to always recognize barrier blocks in Minecraft is to look for the breaking box, I guess, like hitboxes in Call of Duty, but it's the box that marks where the block itself is, so that you can break it. And this is true in survival as well as creative, too. Forgive me if I'm preaching to the choir there a little bit. Alright, let's break that. And we've got ourselves a successfully completed room. Now, let's do something about the floor and call it a night for tonight. Position 1. And position 2. And let's make the floor iron. For sanity's sake. 42, I knew that. / set 42. Blink. There we go. And that, ladies